first of all, can you tell me about yourself? What do you do for a living?
Okay, so I live in Manchester, Manchester, England. I've got a family, a husband and 2 children. Children are 17 and 13, so busy at school, and I work for a company called Greggs. They are a big bakery company, so they're like well, they're on every high street in Britain. We sell coffee, sandwiches, like pastries. Big company, and I travel around. I audit lots of processes, and I travel around to different shops every day, and obviously report back.
Do you have any hobbies or passions?
Well, I like, we're a family of football fans, so obviously we're in Manchester. You know, we support Manchester United. My children, my daughter plays football. I started to play football. We go and watch United, so weekends are pretty much kind of filled with football. Like, you know, exercise and run, lots of shopping, especially having 2 children. They keep me busy, you know, spending this and buying that, and never ending.
Yeah. How do you spend your time on the internet?
So I either go on social media, you know, Facebook, Instagram, or I just scroll, you know, obviously do lots of purchases, shopping, clothes, makeup, perfume, look for holidays, etc. So I either use my phone or an iPad, and just randomly search for things.
How much time do you and your family spend on the internet?
On their phones? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Is it wrong to say all the time?
No, it's not.
a lot, I suppose. I suppose by the time you come home from work in the evening, probably spend a couple of hours. You know, I'll look for new books to read, or just general anything really. Catch up with the news. I've got lots of different apps. So, you know, it's just so much more convenient. And I don't particularly watch a huge amount of television. I suppose I spend probably more time on my phone looking at social media or internet.
Okay, I see that. We've been speaking about the internet. Maybe there are any specific bloggers or YouTubers that you watch?
No, not specific. Obviously, I just had a parcel come. No, I follow lots of people on Instagram. You know, Joe Wicks, he's the body coach guy. I follow lots of his fitness plans. I follow lots of like fashion and beauty, lots of sports people, I suppose. But not a huge amount on YouTube anyway, no.
Are they British?
Who Joe Wicks?
The bloggers that you watch, if
yeah, some are British, some are American. I suppose it all depends on what we're doing. So we're going on holiday soon, so you start then looking at random things on Instagram, and then of course you start then following that person whose random post that you've seen, and so I suppose that's how you kind of become a bit more widespread in the people that you follow.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's just can can you say how do you meet other people?
New people or just
New
my
people,
friends?
yeah. No, new people.
New people. I suppose I would meet people on the internet, following them perhaps on social media. They may have an interest that you're also interested in too. So you see something that you're interested in, whether it's makeup, fashion, whatever, recipes, and then you start following them, and you can obviously ask questions and start to build a relationship up.
Oh yeah. Have you ever used maybe dating sites like just to talk to other people?
Oh, yeah. See, my husband won't be very happy about that.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
He'd be worried a little bit. Yeah, obviously there's lots of dating sites here, in the UK, and I've heard of them all. And but I suppose you'd go out to perhaps to a bar or something, or to a pub, and try and meet somebody that way, or a friend of a friend, or but yeah, Tinder is very big here in the UK, and there's always people talking about it.
Okay, that's right. Let's speak about the gifts, because you give her the app that we're launching is about mostly about giving the gifts. How often do you receive gifts? Just any gifts?
I suppose you get gifts for birthdays, anniversaries. When you're not well, or if you're recuperating after an illness or operation. Or just a birthday, or kind of if you've hosted like perhaps a little dinner party or something, somebody will bring you a gift. Trying to think what else. Sometimes get gifts from work for doing more than you perhaps you is normal. Yeah, I think that's it.
You've mentioned this corporate gifts from your work. What's that usually? What do they give you usually as a gift?
It's usually perhaps like gift cards, or foodie items, chocolates, wine. Perhaps like Amazon vouchers or something, a gift card like that. Quite a generic gift card like that.
Well, okay. But mostly you need to have an occasion to receive gifts.
Yeah.
Okay. But how often do you give gifts?
Oh, you see, not very often. The more you think about it, the more actually you realise that. Although, no, I do. I quite often send my mum a Costa coffee gift card. Sometimes there's an offer on, and I'll think, I'll send her a Costa gift card or a supermarket gift card as an email. But otherwise, like for the kids, I don't normally, not unless it's a birthday. I suppose it's sometimes you think you're doing, you buy stuff all the time. There needs to be something to give. There needs to, it's got to be not necessarily a special occasion, but something a bit more specific than just, I think I'll send that person a gift. Maybe it's just to say you're thinking of them, and but it doesn't always come to the forefront of your mind, kind of, if it's not a special occasion.
What difficulties? Tell me about the difficulties that arise when you want to give a gift.
Well, I suppose you've got to choose where you're going to get it from. I suppose it depends who you're sending it to. You need to know their interests. I suppose you need to know there's a cross section, a variation of how much you're going to spend. because, you know, it's always a little bit of a sensitive subject, isn't it? How much you spend on a gift for somebody, and depends how well you know them, of course. I suppose you need to know how it will arrive. Is it a gift card, an actual physical item? That's a reliable company, perhaps, that you're using. You know, do you pick it up? Do you hand deliver it yourself? Does it get delivered? And I suppose the quality of what you're ordering as well. Especially if you order something that you've not ordered before, you know, you want to know that it's you're getting what you're paying for, I suppose.
Yeah, I do agree. But do you prefer to order something, or just go to the shop, physically choose choose
I suppose probably I would. Normally, I would just go to the supermarket or the shop and either, you know, buy some flowers, buy some chocolates. It's quite a nice surprise. I suppose then it depends where the person lives, doesn't it? If they live near you, then that's great. It's easy to do that. But clearly, if they don't live near you, or you physically don't have the time, then it's great to order something online. But then you need to know that they're going to be at home, or you know, do you have the right address? Lots of my friends, I know exactly where they live. I'm not quite sure what number house they live at, and it's a bit awkward then to say to somebody, actually, what was your address again? And because then it looks a little bit suspicious as well, that, you know, why can you leave my address today? And I suppose there's a lot of choice if you physically go out and buy something, and maybe it's a bit cheaper as well, because you can, you know, there's such a wide selection of prices, and whereas I suppose if I was ordering something online, there's always perhaps a minimum order or a delivery charge, so that always kind of increases the total of what you're going to spend.
Oh yeah. And what's the average price for a gift for someone? Maybe just what's the price, average price?
Well, I suppose it depends. If it was a birthday for somebody that I'm friendly with, perhaps I would spend I don't know, £10, £15, 15 English pound. If it was someone perhaps I didn't know, I would be spending less than that. If it was perhaps someone wasn't well, I would spend you know, a group of people may kind of put money together and get a bigger gift, and maybe you'd spend £20 to get something a bit bigger. I think kind of up to £20, 10 to 20 is a gift. If somebody invited me around for dinner, maybe I'd just take some flowers. You know, not necessarily spend £10 on some flowers, or a bottle of wine, perhaps. You could take that as a gift.
Well, since we started to speak about the flowers, our first step to launch the project is to create an app for given flowers. That's why I have a few questions about the flowers.
Okay.
How often do you receive flowers, maybe from your husband, from your friends?
So from my friends, probably I suppose not very often. I had invited friends around recently for dinner, and a lot of friends bought flowers and somebody else bought some alcohol. So probably not very often, maybe a couple of times a year, you know, at that. My husband probably buys a couple of times a year, so it's my couple of times a year for birthdays, anniversaries, or just as a nice gift, but not a huge one. Maybe more so things like Mother's Day. We have lots of Mother's Day and all kinds of random celebrations. So I suppose on those kinds of occasions, you know, I receive flowers, but not really very often.
Okay. And you need the occasion to receive flowers. Yeah. Okay. I see that. Do you give flowers? How it's in Britain? Do girls give flowers to girls? And is it right?
Yeah, I think they do. I suppose you'd give something, perhaps something small as a bit of a, I was thinking about you. Here's a nice, a little kind of bouquet. It wouldn't be a big kind of bouquet. It'd just be a couple of little, even like £3-4, just to say, had a nice dinner last night. Thanks for your company or something like that. Or had a great chat. And but no, I think we don't do it often enough. It's only when you start talking about it you realize you don't actually do these things. But it's a nice thing to be, it would be a nice thing to do.
Yeah. And have you ever ordered flowers on the internet or something?
Well, I suppose I've phoned up a local florist and ordered over the phone. I don't think I've ever ordered. I know Moonpig, obviously, who do cards, they do flowers as well. You heard of Moonpig?
Moonpig, what side of the service?
So Moonpig are an online card, like a personalized card company. So if I wanted to send you a personalized card saying happy birthday in your name, you can go onto this company Moonpig. Obviously it's an app, and there's probably hundreds of thousands of different designs. I could find one with like a stripy jumper on, and you can put pictures, you can put names, all kinds of things. And I know they do flowers on there as well. And because it always gives you a link when you do order a card, it says, "Why, have you thought about sending these flowers for only an extra, I don't know, £5, for example?" I haven't actually used them for it. I would probably just call a local florist if I was having something delivered.
I see that. Who well? Moonpig.
Moonpig.
Okay. I'll check that.
Quite big. They advertise a lot. They're a really big company, and I suppose they were in the business for long enough that obviously when COVID kind of hit and all the shops were closed, they obviously were in the right place at that time. Yeah. But I'm not sure how big they are for the whole flower section, or they do like teddy bears, etc., and anything that you could want to, I'm sure they do probably chocolates as well. But like I say, I've only ever used them for cards.
Okay, I hear that. What's important for you when you're choosing a bouquet?
When I'm choosing
when you're choosing
bouquet.
Flowers.
Oh, I suppose. So if I was choosing them in a supermarket, I suppose you're looking at the quality is most important. A selection of different flowers, the care instructions. Do they look like the fresh? How long they last? Is it quite an unusual bouquet? Does it come nicely presented? Does it look like a nice gift sometimes? Does it come perhaps in a nice decorative pot or a jar? We have a company, well, I'm sure Marks and Spencer's they kind of pride themselves on their flowers and plants, very, very nicely presented, beautiful kind of cellophane and ribbons. And so I suppose you want to make sure that, the quality is the most important thing, and they actually, they look attractive and they look value for money as well.
Oh, yeah. That's true. And how much do you think an average bouquet should cost?
I think from a supermarket, I would probably spend, I don't know, £10 to £15. From a florist, it would be more than that. probably a nice bouquet is 20, 25 pounds. But then you would expect to get some more unusual flowers in there, and the arrangements would be a lot nicer than the supermarkets, and without, you know, there being a nicer kind of base, usually like in a cardboard base, and you know, there's a ribbon and nice cellophane. And
yeah. Okay. I'm over with the questions, with just general questions. Now I want you to open your app, you give her, and I'm going to give you from 5 to 8 minutes just to register there and
okay.
use it for a few time, for a little time, and when you're ready, I'm going to ask you about this application. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, okay. I'm going to give you 5 minutes.
Oh, right. Do I start with the bit start to receive gifts? Is that how it all starts?
Well, yeah. Did you register there already or not?
No, I don't think so. Oh, no. I can see it now. It's fine.
Okay. Okay. And I wanted to notice what are the things that are causing some difficulties for you, or
Okay.
just a little irritation or something like that.
So I'm on the I've set myself up as an account, so I can see I've got a link that I can send to someone. But when I go on to the bottom of the app and it says gifts, it keeps then coming up, activate receiving gifts. Well, I thought I'd activated that. I don't quite know how to. If I press activate receiving gifts again, it just takes me back to creating account. I don't know if there's something that I've not done.
Well, you've already created an account, yeah?
I've created an account. I've not had an email to say thanks for creating an account. I got the original email with some code numbers on to confirm. I've done that email verification, but actually on the app, I suppose now I'd want to look at what the gifts are. But it just comes back to saying you must be registered in New Giver. Well, I thought I can see that on the front of my phone, it does say my link is there.
Did you fill the fields like your address, your
name, address, phone number? I've just done that twice actually. Yeah, because personal information is there. It's got my address, my email. The next one is the send. The next button along the send. So I can see already my my name is there.
Well, I suppose you've just created your profile, and you can start using the application. But what's happening when you start to use it?
When I press gifts, it just then comes to open the catalogue. You must be registered in New Giver. So you press, there's a button saying activate receiving gifts. And it just takes me back to the first tab about receive. So I don't know if what quite of
Do you see the catalogue?
No, I can't see the catalogue. It won't let me. It doesn't let me click onto it.
Well, I'm going to send you another link to our Zoom conference. Well, we are going to continue in just 2 minutes, and then I'm going to give you my account, so
okay.
you can just use it.
Search for that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You just send somebody a link.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You send somebody a link with a gift. Send somebody a link. You open it up, and there's the gift attached. And then I assume the receiver fills their own delivery details in. But it's a great, there's a huge catalogue of products. Looks like the top brands that you're using. When I had a quick look through, like the perfume and the chocolates, Godiva chocolates, and I can't remember what brands of perfume, but I recognize they were top end brands. So, and 20 red roses, I think, were £55. So, it's not a cheap product, but it's clearly based on quality, and the whole experience, and making things simple because everyone's in a rush. So I suppose you can send a selection of items to somebody, as opposed to just going to order flowers from a florist. You've got the option to add other items, and there was gift experiences, wasn't there? And so there was lots of options available. You can use it for work. It's not just a personal. So it makes things less. Well, I suppose it's easier because you've not got to then worry about people's the personal details. I think probably on the website you want to make a bigger deal of the fact of what it exactly is, because it's only when you go to kind of what the mission is on a separate tab that you actually see about it. Really, I would put that on like the home page. This is the main kind of gist of the business, and this is what we're about. eBay, I can see gift cards on there. Apple gift cards. So PlayStation. Yeah, I think it's a huge choice of items. I noticed somewhere you'd put about there's not a big markup on products as well, so that's really interesting, because you want to feel that you're getting, that you're not paying too much for a service. Yes, it'll always be more than physically going and buying the item from the supermarket, but that's not the same as giving a gift. Everybody wants to get a gift.
Yeah. Well, I see. Okay. I see that. Now, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to send you the file with our ads. We're going to we were going to launch the ads. So I need you to check it, and I just need your opinion. And there might be mistakes, and I just want you to also check it. I'm going to send you that in Zoom. Yeah, I've sent it. I've sent it in the Zoom chat.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Let's say,
is it check it doc? Yes.
Yes.
Let's just click.
Let's just discuss the ads one by one. Just the first, the first ad.
Yeah, it's just downloading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, click to open. Oh yeah, I see it now. Flowers make your loved one's birthday even brighter. Yeah.
Well, yeah, this file. What do you think about the first one?
I think the color of I don't like the background color, that pale bluey gray. It just looks really, it looks really kind of old and almost boring and plain. You know, it needs to be, this is a new kind of modern upbeat company, so I think it just needs to be brighter and and the actual wording, it says, make your loved one's birthday even brighter by giving beautiful flowers from local forests. And then I would say, you're missing a word then, because it says no matter how far you are. I would put no matter how far away you are.
How far away you are? Oh, yeah.
You are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Full stop. And maybe have some more modern flowers, because they're very traditional and kind of, you know, florists these days. You know, they have such unusual bouquets that, you know, they almost look quite something you'd perhaps send to your grandma or something, not necessarily modern, you know, flowers that you would send to a friend perhaps.
Well, okay, that's okay. Thanks a lot. That's very useful. Let's see the other one.
Yes, the next one. You give us new. I've given us. It's never been easier to make your loved ones happier. Yeah, that's nice.
You like
nice
it more?
Yeah, I like that one more. Nice to see a person. You know, you see the smile on the face. The flowers look more. They look more modern because they're not. The first one is just a bunch of flowers in the middle of a kind of a big screen. This fills the screen better, and it's yeah, you know, you've got young people on it.
Okay,
I think it's a nice one.
that's great. Okay, then another one.
The dating apps one.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the actual the image of the letter Y is quite good. You know, it's obviously I can see the image of the box on the right hand side of the Y. On the left hand side of the Y, is that a flower? It's not quite easy to
no.
Or is that? I don't know. I'm not quite sure what that is.
That's a person holding a gift.
Is it a person holding? Oh, it is a person holding. Yeah.
Well,
there you go.
yeah,
Now that you've pointed it out,
it's his cap.
it's his cap.
Yeah.
Now that you've pointed it out, yes, I can see that. But actually, I hadn't really seen that to start with.
But generally about that ad.
Yeah, I know. I think that's fine. That to use dating apps, that's fine. That one. There's nothing kind of wow about it, but I'm not sure what else.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Another let's see another page. It's about this YouGiver, but that's a different product of YouGiver. But I just I just need your opinion about it.
No, I think that's quite clever. That so you would set up your own store and add the products, and then they get delivered from YouGiver, I assume.
Yeah.
That sounds. I like the image on there. I think the yellow really kind of stands out. You've got other little emojis on the left of it, so you know, it makes it a bit more fun, makes it young.
Is everything okay with the grammar?
We'll do it. Yeah, I'll have you on. So just add your products, and we'll take care of the rest. Yes.
Okay, that's great. That's great to hear. Let's see another one.
Yeah, that's nice. The girl received make her day happier. it's very stereotypical, isn't it? That, you know, you have a girl. Has it always been girls receiving flowers? Is there any men on there?
I would say in our ads, no. But if you think that in Britain, it's preferably to show not only girls.
Yeah.
Well, think about it.
I know it's very easy, but you know, I could send some aftershave to my husband, or I think, like you say, it's making sure you really highlight all the different options that are available. It's not just flowers, is it? And but I think that's really nice. You know, make a day happy. Well, everybody be happy if they had, you know, received a nice gift of flowers.
Well, okay. What, for example, does your husband often receive flowers?
No.
No,
but he, you know, I could send him. Yeah, I suppose, but you know, look at all the other options of products that you had. You know, there's aftershave, there's chocolates, there's gift cards, sports stuff. You know, you could send. You know, my son's not well at the moment, so somebody had sent some really unusual sweets. So you know, you could have. You know, I suppose it's trying to just make people aware of different circumstances that you could send products, and you know, it's not just about flowers, is it? There's many gifts that you've got in the catalogue.
Yeah,
but there could be more. There could be more adverts. So you know.
Oh, that's right. Okay, 2 pages and it's going to be over. What are they thinking about the next one? The
creator, yeah. Are you a creator? Follow your passion, leave online commerce was. That's good, because that's basically saying, you know, we'll handle it all. Yeah, we're on install in a matter of minutes.
It's about grammar.
Yeah, I know the grammar's fine. Let your followers shop easily and quickly and gift goods in your online store. That's fine, the grammar.
All right, just all right. Nothing wow and nothing bad, as I see. Okay, the next page with the text, I just wanted to check. Yes. Just read it and say if everything's all right. Not only the grammar, but the way if British people would say it that way.
Maybe yes.
Yeah.
They wouldn't say number 3 about show your appreciation without violating the recipient's privacy. I'm not. Is that basically saying it's all about the address details and?
Yes, it's about the address details.
Yeah, I think if you put violating, it's quite a harsh word. I suppose without sharing or without definitely not violating, because violating is really like, you know, you've done something terrible and you violated my, you know, it's a really, really, and you know, this is a warm, you know, it's a feel good company, isn't it? You know, violating is not the word to put in there.
Okay.
And definitely not in the next one either, about violating personal space.
Too harsh words.
It's too harsh, yeah.
Okay, we'll think about it.
Yeah, they're all fine, those other words.
Okay.
Michael.
That's well, okay. I think that's about it.
Okay.
I'm really grateful. Thanks a lot for this interview. You just gave me a lot of useful information.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.